SEC Kickoff with Vince Dooley is presented by PNC Bank for the achiever in you. Achievement is always in control. Find out how you can get control of your finances at pncvirtualwallet.com.
Hello, football fans. Welcome to the final 2012 episode of SEC Kickoff. I'm Vince Dooley. Today we're focusing on the SEC Championship game in Atlanta. The chips have fallen into place, and the SEC is once again in position for a BCS title game appearance. Last week, Alabama and Georgia did their part against in-state rivals. This Saturday, they battled for the conference title in Atlanta. SEC bragging rights and a trip to Miami is on the line. I'd like to start by sharing a little of my perspective on the history of the SEC championship game. In the early 90s, I was the athletic director at Georgia. The conference had just expanded and created the SEC championship game. Well, in order to have an SEC championship game under NCAA rules, we had to have 12 teams, and they had to be divided in divisions. That was very difficult because all of the athletic directors had to sit in the conference office for 3 days in order to work out a new 8-game schedule. And some teams had to give up old traditional rivals. But the benefits of having a championship game are numerous. First of all, it certainly expanded the SEC TV package financially, and the game itself, of course, is financially rewarding. And of course, it was a great promotion for the conference. So all in all, it's been a model, really, for other conferences throughout the country, and the SEC championship game is really an event each and every year, and it will be one of the greatest this year. Speaking of that first SEC championship game, for this week's SEC Flashback, let's go back to 1992 and the first conference title game between Alabama and Florida.
Matthews gives it off to Rhett. Touchdown, Florida! Second down and 3 from the Gator 5. Here goes Lassick. Touchdown! The Tide is answered. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida. Willie Jackson. Rep. Touchdown. It's a 21-21 tie, a 35-yard punt. Let's settle this one, and it's a cracking good one as Matthews goes back and throws. Intercepted by Langham. He's on his way. Touchdown, Alabama. The big play to start the win against the old foe Auburn a week ago on Thanksgiving Day, and steps up tonight. Matthews telegraphed that one, however.
Well, there's no question that exciting finish helped set the path for future growth of the game. For our head coach one-on-one segment this week, we hear from both coaches regarding their view on Saturday's big game.
Well, the SEC championship game is a great competitive venue, and the winner's gone on to play in the last 6 years in a national championship game. It's a great atmosphere in the Georgia Dome, and just a great competitive venue in my experiences in the past. We're really sort of honored and proud of our team in terms of what they were able to accomplish to win the West, to have the opportunity to, play in the SEC championship game against what is a excellent Georgia team, no doubt. And, so we're just going to try to do the best we can to prepare our players to play the best they possibly can against a very good team.
I think we've been playing pretty solid football.
on both sides of the ball. I think our special teams have been solid. Maybe certainly not spectacular, but they've been solid. And I think that's what you got to do. You got to play a good, solid game. You got to be, you got to be able to run the ball good enough to make your play action pass worth it, and you got to be able to reduce some yardage on first and second down, so you're not sitting there in third and long all day long. And defensively, you got to be able to get after people, and you got to be able to get in the red zone areas and force some field goals instead of touchdowns. And I think we're doing a lot of the things that you need to do to be able to compete in a game like this. But we'll just have to wait and see what happens Saturday. But we've been doing some of the things I think you need to do to play well.
And now, a word from our sponsor, PNC Bank.
Virtual Wallet can help you be that person who's good with money. See what's free to spend, move money with a slide, save with a shake. Feel good about your decisions.
I'm very, very proud of the SEC.
Just unbelievable, the competition that you play week after week.
SEC, I believe, is the best conference in the nation.
And it's an honor to be in the SEC. Coming here, you have to win.
It's a tremendous league, best league in college football.
It's going to be a fight today.
You got to relish the challenge to be able to go against some of the best teams in the country.
You got to embrace the competition. You got to love it. I grew up watching my uncle, playing games like this.
We know what it's like to play in that game, but we don't know what it's like to win it.
Coming to the University of Alabama, I knew that I would have a great chance, to play, in big games.
I'm very fortunate to be able to play here.
Welcome to Atlanta.
Welcome to Atlanta.
Jarvis Jones.
Welcome to Atlanta.
How about that?
Welcome to Atlanta.
What a tremendous catch.
Welcome to Atlanta.
Touchdown, Alabama.
Welcome to Atlanta.
And he can fly.
Welcome to Atlanta.
Let's go, pick him up.
Well, fans, we have heard from both coaches. We've looked at a few X and O's, and now it is time to give you my thoughts on the big game. Alabama and Georgia will kick off Saturday at 4 Eastern at the Georgia Dome in Atlanta. CBS will have the TV coverage, and it is sure to be an electric atmosphere. It is amazing how similar the two teams are, starting with being ranked second and third in the nation and having the same record of 11-1. Both run pro-style offenses, and both run the 3-4 or odd-man front defense. Both have tremendous balance in their offense between the run and throw, and both have two talented runners each, with 3 of the 4 being freshmen. Both have experienced and very efficient quarterback. Georgia's Aaron Murray leads the nation in quarterback rating, while A.J. McCarron is a close second in the nation. Defensively, on paper, Alabama has the edge, leading the nation in both scoring defense and total defense. But when you consider Georgia had 4 top players suspended for the first 4 games, they did not become a proficient unit until the Florida game, when they handed the Gators their only loss, holding them to only 9 points. Thus, in the last 5 games, Georgia's defense matches Alabama in most every category. Many see Alabama as a solid touchdown favorite, but I see the game as a real toss-up. Both teams have been in big games. Georgia, for the second year in a row, is in the championship game, and Alabama is coming off a national championship. As most always, toss-up games come down to turnovers. And the team that has the fewest will likely be the SEC champion and go into Miami to play for the national championship against the Fighting Irish of Notre Dame. For sure, it will be an SEC team once again in the championship game. Well, SEC fans, I've enjoyed visiting with you each week this season. It's been fun to talk a little football and share a few great memories along the way. It's been another banner year in the conference, and the very best of the league will be on display Saturday evening in Atlanta. To celebrate the season, we leave you with some of the best plays of the season. I wish you all a happy holiday season and look forward to visiting with you down the road. Enjoy your football weekend.
From the goal line, it's Walton. Finds a seam, a nice run. Walton slammed on the brakes. Walton! Touchdown, Rebels! Wow!
This one much better. It chases 8 Sanders. And now he runs into his own man. Woo! Breaks into the secondary. Still fighting. Sanders in the foot race for the corner. Brilliant run. Blitz. Screen pass. Yeldon. To the 20. To the 10. Touchdown, Alabama.
On third down conversion. This is third and short.
It is wide open. Marlon Brown. Touchdown coming up.
Gonna throw. Fourth and goal.
Unbelievable effort for the score. How about that from Malcolm Johnson?
Spencer Hill is the lone setback.
Ettenberger for Landry. Did he catch it? Hands of Velcro. Touchdown, LSU. How about that?
This might be one of the greatest catches I think I've ever seen.
Snap from Patrick Lewis. 4-man Alabama rush. Got him. No, they didn't. Oh, my gracious. Yep. How about that?
Can't teach that, can you? And you can't defend that.
SEC Kickoff with Vince Dooley is presented by PNC Bank for the achiever in you. Achievement is always in control. Find out how you can get control of your finances at pncvirtualwallet.com.